Hello, everybody, and welcome to our customer experience track, where today we'll be discussing about the enhanced research rigor-based research methodology, which will lead to developing better customer experiences. This is the key takeaway today, and we'll be mainly covering three enhancements with regards to an AI-based verbatim box, AI-based actionable insights, and AI-based smart reports. How artificial intelligence definitely is going to be embedded and already is being embedded in a lot of customer experience research. Now, these enhancements will deliver, definitely will deliver customer desired experiences and also will increase the efficiency and effectiveness of each research project in terms of enhancing research rigor, delivering smarter, effective insights, reducing cost, quicker execution and delivery, and a smart report AI dashboard. So this is what the enhancements will deliver eventually. Now, we're going to, as I mentioned, we'll cover three enhancements very quickly, shortly, due to sort of lack of time of the webinar. AI-based verbatim box, AI-based actionable insights, and smart reports. So let's first go through an AI-based verbatim box. Now, we know that satisfaction and NPS score, yes, quantitatively they're very important. It gives us where we are. Now, where we should go and what we should do, definitely the value is in the diagnostic qualitative feedback. The value is not in the number alone. The value is in the combination of the KPI plus the diagnostic feedback, the why behind the score. Now, we'll highlight today exactly what the problem is. The problem is, the traditional verbatim open-ended box, which we have been using since the inception of market research. For example, to understand a diagnostic feedback of, why you're satisfied, why you're dissatisfied. Now, the opportunity here definitely lies is, can this be improved? Can this be enhanced? The verbatim open-ended box should give us more statistically reliable results so we know exactly what we need to do to deliver better experiences and also to understand different areas of that experience in terms of strengths, weaknesses, and threat. Because again, when you do NPS research or satisfaction research, the value is in the diagnostic feedback, the qualitative feedback. Now, as I had mentioned, traditionally, we collect diagnostic feedback, for instance, why satisfied, why dissatisfied, using a traditional open-ended verbatim box. The participants enter why they're dissatisfied or satisfied, and then what happens next? You're prone to type 1 and type 2 errors. Why? Because it doesn't quantify the complete response. You know what text analytics report looks like, and I'll show you an example. Uh, because the report generates just summaries across themes and sentiments, it's left open for subjective interpretation and high probability of acting on wrong assumptions. Like it's prone to a lot of type 1 and type 2 errors, as false positive. Whereas the difference is in a hybrid QualQuant survey, the verbatim box is replaced is replaced and then conducted in two steps. So step one, just imagine you're a participant, and step one, why are you satisfied? You are exposed to an open verbatim box where you enter your dissatisfaction reason. Then on submission of the dissatisfaction reason, step two, there's another step in that verbatim box where now you're exposed to eight dissatisfaction reasons submitted by other participants, your peers. The algorithm, of course, selects randomly eight, so every dissatisfaction reason has an equal chance to be exposed to be evaluated, and then you select the ones that you relate to, you know, strongly or weakly, and rate them on a scale of, 1 to 10. Now, this is where during the survey, through this peer-to-peer AI-based consensus building, each one of these dissatisfaction reasons is quantified in its entirety because we are rating each other's expressions of dissatisfaction. And the one basically very explaining in a very simple way, the dissatisfaction reasons that have been voted by a lot of your peers and rated very highly are the ones you need to act on. Those are the ones that have high market reach, voted by a majority of your peers, and rated very highly. So you see, during the process of the survey, you're getting statistically reliable, quantified insights through this peer to peer consensus building. Your customers who have the best context of understanding dissatisfaction reason because they're using your product or they visited your website, whatever the reason we're talking, uh, they are the best in position to definitely amplify those for you in a quantitative way. Okay, so let's give an example exactly what we mean by false positives. So before we go there, this is just an AI hybrid QualQuant survey. As you can do, the basic traditional survey, of course, and then you can see the blue boxes are replaced by the hybrid QualQuant questions where you submit an idea and then you select and rate your peers' ideas. Okay, so you can see the structure of how a questionnaire would look like. Now, here is a real example, a reason stating why they are dissatisfied. It was an employee survey, and sorry, why they are satisfied. And you can see now you're glaring at these, and then the question is now which ones to really act upon. I mean, which one should we consider? I mean, all of us as market researchers definitely have faced that, sort of dilemma. Now, let's see in the next slide what the text analytics, the normal traditional text analytics report generated. So here's, we use natural language processing, analysis of the data that was collected during a hybrid QualQuant employee survey, as I mentioned. You can see the sentiment breakdown, word frequencies, etc. All right, now looking at this data, we were decision makers. Okay, we focus on, company, good work. Sentiment is positive, so that's good. So you're tying in both. And so let's now take a look at, for example, just for this webinar, just take a look at the example where the statements had the word company inside. So now these are all the statements that had the word company inside, list of verbatims. Now, uh, again, how can we prioritize these? Uh, you know, it has to be an analytic person with experience, and not only experience, the statements that they will eventually amplify for us as decision makers, it has to represent the consumer base. So there's a biasness here. Uh, so we have to rely on experience and guts and say, if we have to act on any three of these are the ones we need to act on. So that's where this type of research, traditional customer experience research, is prone to a lot of errors. Remember, I had mentioned before that the value is not in the number alone. The value is combined with the diagnostic feedback. And we need to know exactly how we can improve experiences, where are the threats and weaknesses, etc. And the same thing goes, with net promoter score. Okay. So now let's review the research rigor-based survey that was conducted and how the peer-to-peer consensus building, sort of generated the actionable insights. So you can see immediately after the survey, there's no text analytics or anything immediately. So, there goes quick delivery, quick, analytics, etc. Each one of the satisfaction reasons that were submitted are now dropped into any one of these four quadrants based on market reach and strength. So very quickly, the priorities are the ones that fall into this box are the ones voted by a large volume of your customers and rated very highly. These are your priorities. These are the majority. You need to act on them. So you can see here. Now remember, in the traditional keyword, there was company and then work. Now here you see the topmost was the main reason for satisfaction is nice boss. They compensate and awarded workers, good manager, very good work, what we do for customers or business. Excuse me. Now you can see in the last two, you have the company keyword. Now remember, before this, there are one, two, three, four priorities ranked higher. So you can see exactly where the problem is occurring with traditional verbatim text boxes. Now on the left hand side, you can see these ones voted by a large volume, voted by a small volume, but rated very highly. So these would be niche, unique across different age groups or Tier 3 in the bottom, those are voted by a large volume, however, rated very rated below average. So these would be there's a lot of relevancy, but not as that strong. Keep in your back pocket. And static on the left bottom, you can see not a lot of people voted, and even if they voted, they did not rate it highly. So you can see how it avoids you. The static definitely tells you these are not important. Don't waste your time and capital on these. Focus on the theme and focus on priority and tier two quadrants first. So you can see now the clear cut difference between the traditional report sentiment frequencies keyword cloud and the hybrid AI based hybrid QualQuant verbatim questions. So you're just putting it linearly for you so you can see sort of all at once. I highlighted the word company since that's an example we're taking, most frequent keyword appearing in the verbatims collected. And you can see it's part of static. What if you, because the company expects workers and also paid in term, what if you had selected this as, okay, let's go with this based on the traditional analytics. It's a false positive. Apart from so you can clearly see how the research rigor is enhanced for satisfaction NPS research because the value lies in the diagnostic. Now, if you can definitely act on statistically reliable qualitative insights, then that's the golden moment. Because remember, you're not acting on keyword, you're acting on the complete phrase, exactly what it means. It's not part of the phrase or a sentiment. When you're acting on the phrase, it has a sentiment. It has direction of what they want, how they feel, etc., etc. So moving forward, as you know, through research on research that I just presented, the hybrid QualQuant survey definitely delivers better insights compared to traditional surveys, thus enhancing the research rigor of your, customer experience research. Okay. Apart from that, compare a text analytics, the verbatims that you just saw, and how the hybrid QualQuant organized it in a in a statistically reliable way, quantified, answer these questions like what are the potential reasons customers will likely churn? The hybrid QualQuant verbatim box will answer this and tell you the priorities. What are the potential reasons customers are likely to be loyal? Which satisfaction reasons are the deal breakers? What are the solutions to minimize churn? All of this is in the diagnostic feedback, prioritized for you in a quantitative way, statistically reliable. And if it's net promoter score, what are the top reasons that drive recommendation? What steps can be taken to convert detractors into promoters? And what are the main reasons why customers are not promoters? So you can see the value, the business questions that can be answered when The diagnostic qualitative feedback are quantified through an AI peer-to-peer consensus building. Okay. Now let's go to the next enhancement, predicting future outcomes, leveraging for positive results. So this is basically, we collect the insights, conduct the analysis, then prescriptive insights are generated, and your customer experience score is increased. So what are artificial intelligence algorithm? It's not complicated. I just want to simplify this. It's just works on four letters. IFTT. If this, then that. That's it. If customer if customer scores very low on customer support call, then customer will churn. And what you should do to prevent that churn. That is AI based analytics. So first we analyze the patterns, we analyze the data, we look at the historical data, the insights, what are the prominent patterns that occur, what are the prominent actions that occur for each one of those patterns. An algorithm is developed, and then that algorithm is used in the future to definitely predict and identify, customers that have scored low on the experience that are, very likely to churn, and giving giving yourself uh, an opportunity to reverse that churn. Okay, so here are a few more scenarios. Uh, Early detection systems, as you can see, dissatisfied customers. Uh, you can identify where dissatisfaction is going to trend lower based on historical, so that's forecasting. Identify best practices. What are the positive customer experience influencers? Develop guidelines to enhance customer experience. All of these insights, when really work together to, through that data science methodology of analytics, pattern, etc., it does deliver very high actionable insights, which can definitely lead to best practices. Identify opportunities, uncover any unmet emerging expectations that could enhance satisfaction, uncover pain points and frustrations to reduce that would enhance dissatisfaction. Uh, there, classification associations, these are different areas of predictive analytics. Identify profile most likely to churn, be loyal, group of experiences that drive the experience score, a customer support followed up by, was a problem solved, such type of scenarios. Touch points that are potential threats could be website, call center, product usage, etc. So these are and these are all not complicated, very simple and very quick to do. Uh, we are surprised why other companies really, complicate it. Remember, if this, then that. So that is how you should also think when you are deciding to implement a customer experience project. Okay? Now, the third enhancement, the last and third enhancement, AI based real time dashboard. So you want to create a dashboard that is smart. You want a dashboard available to the stakeholders that is smart in a way it answers questions the way the stakeholders want answers. So the AI part of the research definitely, and this can be used historically in the future, can be updated if you're running waves of satisfaction research, etc. All the data just gets centralized in one location so that you get answers over a period of time and see even how changes have occurred by implementing certain programs to enhance customer experience. So, a stakeholder may, I want to view customer experience scores by department. When he clicks this, automatically in the back end, that particular report is generated for him. He's not seeing hundreds and 200s of charts. He's not getting puzzled. He's getting a straight answer of what the insights say. And that is called the AI Smart Report. Which demographic profile has the best and worst customer experience? Which experiences are the drivers for walkaways and lonely? So you just click this or you ask this question. A report is designed, a reporting dashboard should be designed to answer business questions and only provide the exact information and nothing more to complicate things. The insight should be delivered in simple, plain English language also, so that they can comprehend and understand what the next step action point should be. Okay? Which experience dimension has the highest gap between expectations and fulfillment? What are the threats ranked by severity? So you just click this and you get the report. That's it. So that's the power of, again, in the AI based real time dashboard. Now, all of this is part of a single project. You know, if you want to run a customer experience, you could just run it with the traditional mode, just continue as you want, or you could take any one of these enhancements or all three of these enhancements, etc. So it's up to you. The enhancements are sort of the add-ons. It is not necessary. You can continue doing it the traditional way, uh, you know. But we just wanted to highlight working with the other customers and how we've evaluated the research methodology based on their challenges, opportunities, stakeholder requests, etc., etc. Okay, so it's very simple and powerful, nothing complicated. Don't get afraid of the word AI, as I said, IFTT. If this, then that. It's just to find out if this happens, then that'll happen. So that's very simple, and quick to do. So moving into the future, definitely you'll be updating the traditional way to the AI way. You get everything the traditional report delivered: predictive insights, prescriptive, tactical, strategic, and diagnostic insights. So these are important for different areas of how you want the insights to be used, how you want business questions to be answered. The analytics has to be also sort of categorized in these areas that I want a tactical insight to solve this particular tactical problem. I want a strategic insight to develop this strategy. It's very important of how the analytics are performed and the specific insight is generated for the objective. Okay, so give your customer experience team the proactive edge they need to stay ahead. And thank you very much for attending today. If you have any questions, definitely my email is down here. You can email me. I'll be glad to have a conversation. We love to just have conversation, not expecting any, sort of work or anything. But this is our passion. Our organization has been always the leader of moving market research systems forward, and this is what we'll continue to do. So, thank you very much, and all of y'all have a wonderful day.